I just wanted to make a video of my little studio apartment in Copenhagen. I moved here in the middle of August of 2021 to attend a master's program at the University of Copenhagen. And I almost said Limerick there, which I guess is just ingrained in my mind. But yeah, I wanted to show you what €1,000 a month gets you in Copenhagen, which is one of the most expensive cities in the world, at least the most expensive in Europe for living costs and just, I don't know, costs of stuff in general. But yeah, the apartment did come furnished. That dining table and the bed and the nightstand, which the nightstand originally when I came in, the bed was moved down and the nightstand was behind it, like against the wall in that little corner over there. But I hated it so much. I mean, to me, a bed needs to be against a wall. I didn't like my head just kind of being weirdly not anchored. I know it's not like touching the wall when I'm sleeping, but still, it bothered me. So I moved it, and I don't really enjoy the nightstand sticking out like that because, yeah, if you come over here, it does kind of stick out a bit and it doesn't like align with the wall, but it's really not that big of a deal. Uh, but yeah, just the room itself is definitely not large. Um, it's basically just, well, it's a studio. it's, um, yeah, it's fairly expensive because this is a brand new building. This is an active construction zone. I will take you over to the window here and show you this lovely masterwork. Hold on, let me open this guy up so we can look out and see. But that's what the buildings look like. There's a nice little balcony thing on top, and this is not a balcony at all. I mean, it's a door with a railing. And it opens, which is nice for airflow, but you can't step out at all. But yeah, active construction site. And that is the building that I'm living in and the building across from it, and they are connected by construction scaffolding. So that's very, very fun. It's actually not that bad. The only thing that's kind of annoying about it is, sorry, I'm just going to shut this because it's very noisy, is that they start work at 7 a.m. every single day, including weekends. And this work does not just include the drilling and the hammering and whatever construction sounds are going on. It also includes very, very loud music playing from their radios, as well as them yelling back and forth to each other, because I have found in Denmark, or at least in Copenhagen, I'm not sure if it's in the rest of the country, but in this city especially, people yell at each other in Danish constantly. I don't know if it's just a loud language, but they speak incredibly loudly to each other and call to one another pretty much every time they speak. And it's kind of disconcerting to me because I really don't enjoy yelling or loud raised voices. So that has been taking a lot of getting used to. But whatever, it's not that big of a deal. I just closed the door there, and that other little window there doesn't open. I'm hoping to get myself a little shelving unit or something so I can put my little succulent plant that my classmates got for me for my birthday, which I think is really cute, onto a shelf, and maybe some other plants, but I haven't yet. But yeah, sorry, I got way off track. But the desk was included, as was the chair. I did just buy myself a new, like, pleather desk chair with arms from a store called Jysk, which is a furniture company. It's sort of like IKEA, but a little bit more expensive. And so I have to go pick that up, which is fine. It's just I haven't assembled it yet. So that chair is okay, but there's really not a lot of padding. And I'm kind of heavy, and also I'm old, and it's just not very comfortable, and I have to sit at the computer and read quite a bit because that's where my screen reader is. The one on my phone doesn't really work all that well, so Dragon is on my laptop, and I want to do that. But I got myself a little rolling cart to just put, like, hypo supplies because diabetic, and I've got some on there, but not many at all. Then it came with a very nice wardrobe, actually, that includes a little bit of a dresser, and then the closet space, just it's got a bar for a rack that I've got a few things on. But yeah, I got myself a little bit of wall art. Those are little stick-on planets for kids, and then there's some glow-in-the-dark stars around them, which you can't really see on camera, but I think they're cute. And then I got myself a wall sticker of a branch. This apartment does not allow you to tape anything to the wall, so I can't have any posters, and it also doesn't allow nails to be driven into the wall, so, or like sticky tape to do command hooks, so I can't really hang pictures. And the wall stickers probably aren't allowed either, but whatever. I wanted something. It was just a bare white wall, and it was bothering me. So, yeah. But the other half of the wall is completely empty, so still haven't decided what I'm doing there. But I also got myself, you can't really see it too well, sorry, but there's a little map, which is also a wall sticker, and that's kind of near my desk. And the pegboard there was included, and I haven't gotten anything to put on it yet, which I'm hoping to remedy fairly soon. Yeah, the apartment has a little kitchenette. Like, this is literally the entirety of it. It's got a fridge. This is actually fairly large. I will open it up here and just show you kind of the dimensions. Like, that goes back a pretty good way. And then there are lots of drawers or shelves on the door there. So it's pretty nice. And then there's a big crisper down there. So it's a very nice fridge. And then there's a little freezer compartment here. I don't have anything in it at the moment, but it's actually a rather good size. So I'm quite impressed by that. And I apologize for my dishes, but yeah, I just washed them, so they're going to be there. Cabinets are just your standard thing. I mean, I've got a few dishes, and then this is basically my pantry, which it doesn't have a ton in it right now, but whatever. And then this is just kind of the built-in spice rack thing, because that's the extractor fan, which I bash my head on all the time because I'm pretty much eye level with it. But, yeah, so that's fun. The spice cabinet is not complete yet, but it will be soon, I'm hoping. And then, yeah, I'll just turn the light on here. Little extractor fan that actually blows quite well. Splashback, and then it's just two burners of various sizes, and I'm sorry for the mess. The microwave is brand new and is quite nice. There are a lot of functions to it, which I haven't figured out. I just turn it on, and then it's got a little thing where if you just do that, it'll go for 30 seconds, and you can just keep doing it, and then stop it if you need to. So, yeah. And there's a bookshelf, which I'm hoping to do something with, but okay, I moved in September 1st. It's currently October 7th. And I'm going to be here until mid-July of next year. And I would love to get myself like a little waterproof basket type thing to keep my toiletries in, because I've got them all pretty much up there and then on the shelves. And it's just sort of ridiculous. And then I've got my kitchen towels and some winter stuff and whatever, and some cleaning stuff. But yeah, I just haven't bought that stuff yet, so apologies. I did buy myself some really cute little string lights yesterday. They're bats, and it's beginning of October, so it's Halloween season, so I'm really excited about that. And then just the front door, which is a basic thing, and then there are some hooks that were included. I just put my backpack on there because why not? Fuse box, and there's my router. Um, the bathroom is not all that special. Like I said, I don't have any bathroom storage. Like, there's no cabinet behind the mirror there, so it's just sort of stuff. And I should take it out and put it back on the shelf there, but I just don't care enough, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I know that probably makes me seem terrible, but could get like a little box and put down there or something like that, but whatever. But yeah, it's just a nice brand new toilet, and in typical Danish/Irish fashion, they put the toilet tank behind the wall, which I see as being very strange, because like if you need to fix it, you gotta come in and tear out the entire wall. But whatever, that's what they do. So I guess I can't complain. But the shower is, it's not the best thing in the world, but I mean, it's a shower. The water pressure is not that bad. Water in Copenhagen is very hard, so I have to use the lime scale stuff a lot and scrape the tiles quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's just your basic bathroom. There is a little lip here. It's probably not visible, but there is a little step down, like right here where my foot is. It's like a quarter of an inch, if that. So it's not a lot, and it doesn't really keep the water off. Like, I have to mop up after every shower and scrape the water away. But yeah, show you the hallway here, I guess. It's nothing special. Sorry, get the lights to come on. But yeah, I'm down kind of on the end. If you go down that way toward that big door down there, that's where the elevator is. And that's where you enter and exit the building. It's on one side since they're still doing construction. I'm assuming when they're done with the construction, they'll open up the front doors to the building, but until then, not so much. And then it's just apartments all the way down, and then that door on the end there is also an exit door. And yeah, my name, my doorbell. Very exciting, I know. This is riveting content. But yeah, it's a very nice little place. I know some of the students and other people in the building that are renting through the same company, which is actually affiliated with the university itself. It's for international students and staff members that come over, because it's difficult to find a place in Denmark if you don't already have some connections. So I rented through them because this place was available, and it is quite expensive for student accommodation, but honestly, I like it. It's kind of annoying because there's no common kitchen in this building at all. When I rented it, because I had to sign the contract in June, and I didn't get here until August, and I wasn't allowed to move in until September. And it wasn't until after we moved in that they told us that there was no common kitchen in the building. It's actually 2 buildings down, which isn't that big of a deal, but I'm blind. I don't want to be traipsing over to another building just to cook things. It said, when I rented the place and signed the lease for it, they said that there was going to be a common kitchen on every floor, which there is not. There's also supposed to be a common room on each floor, which was supposed to have like tables and couches and whatever. And I wasn't planning to spend a lot of time in the common areas, but there isn't one on my floor whatsoever. It's just apartments. There is one on the floor below me and 2 floors above me, but I don't know. It's really weird. Like, some of the stuff that was supposed to come included with the apartment just did not. Actually, the heating has been kind of an issue because it wasn't working for all of September, and it only really started working in the past couple days. and it got kind of chilly at night. I mean, not terribly. It was like maybe mm, between 10 and 15 C's, which isn't terrible, but some heat would have been nice, and it just didn't work. And they're just like, oh, whatever, we'll contact the building owners. And they did, and apparently they're trying to fix it, but it's just kind of like, why would you open this up for people to move in if it's not working? I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, it's pretty nice, and I prepaid my rent through March, I believe. Yeah, I paid 6 months, so September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, so I pay again the beginning of March, and it's about €1,000 every month. That was about €1,000 deposit as well. There's some variation just because Denmark uses the Danish krone, which is yeah, it's its own currency. So equivalating that to euro or dollar or anything like that is a little tricky because it can vary day by day. Not by a huge amount, because apparently Denmark has signed some sort of agreement wherein the kroner can't vary by too much of a margin. It has to be within a certain percentage of variance as compared to the euro, since they didn't want to use the euro. I don't know really how it works, but yeah, that's a thing. That has absolutely nothing to do with the apartment. Well, I guess kind of, because it's the rent. So, but yeah, it's expensive, and I, I didn't really want to pay as much money as I'm paying, and I'm definitely going to look for cheaper options in the future, but I do like that it's a little studio, and I can pretty much everything I need is in here. I miss not having an oven, but most of the food I make is just stir fries and soups and things like that anyway, so it's not a huge deal. I actually went out and bought myself this little table grill, kind of like a Foreman, but not, because they don't really sell them in Europe, I guess. So, yeah, I just got myself that guy. I haven't tried it yet, but going to soon. But yeah, I mean, aside from buying like a toaster oven or whatever, I don't think I need all that much. So yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a very good apartment for me. I feel secure here. It feels homey, and I haven't really decorated it as much as I want to yet. I'd like to get some magnets for the fridge there, and some decorations to put on the shelf or whatever. Maybe like a hook thing that'll go over the door, and I don't know, just some wall art and things to make it a little bit more homey. I do have my plushies. I've got my dragon and my hammerhead that I got when I went to the aquarium, and they're cute, and hooray. And then my bedspread is constellations, and I got myself a little fleece blanket with a flower pattern that I like. And nobody cares about this, but yeah, if you're a foreign student in Denmark, this is the most expensive, I believe, of the student accommodation, unless I had chosen to get like a two-person apartment or something, which they do offer. That would have obviously been more expensive, but for a single person, I think this is one of, if not the most expensive option through the university itself. But I don't know. Honestly, I can't say I regret it. Thus far, the rental company isn't that great, but I've had much, much worse. And a lot of people would probably be of the opinion, and I know there are some fellow students who are living in this building that think the apartments are way too small for what they're paying. I think it's pretty huge, to be honest with you. The last room I was renting was basically a box room. It was very nice. It just had a bed and a little desk at the end of the bed and a wardrobe and a itty bitty shelf, and it was fine. I lived in there for a year and I loved it. So I like small spaces. But yeah, this has gone on way too long. Forgive me for rambling, but I just wanted to show people. Oh, for disability stuff. With the diabetes, it's okay. There's not really a like alarm system that I can use. I mean, there's this, but it's more for just people coming in the door. I can't just like press a button and have an alarm to the fire station, but I guess that's probably not a thing anywhere. So, that kind of sucks, but with the cane, it's okay. There is an elevator, like I showed you, just out at the end of the hallway there, and it's all flat. And once I get down to ground level, it's all flat to get to the subway station. And just walking around in general, it's pretty flat here. Copenhagen does have some areas with hills, but this is not one of them. So that's nice. And it is very, very close to a metro station. It's actually right at the end of this block of buildings. So it's like, I don't know, 300 steps to get to it. So it's nothing. And that's very convenient and another reason that I chose this location. So, yeah, for disability stuff, it's not that bad. Um, I'm kind of displeased by the stairs that they've got. I never really use them just because there's no tactile warning on them. So when I'm using the cane, it pretty much just drops off suddenly when the stairs start, and it's kind of disconcerting and I don't like it, so I just don't use them and use the elevator instead. But yeah, um, for disability, I don't know. I think there are some disabled rooms that you can buy, but I didn't just because I don't really need them. I mean, I don't have a wheelchair or anything like that. I do have the cane and I can't really see that well, but well enough to be able to function in a place like this, at least for the past month and a little bit extra. So, yeah, it's kind of whatever. So, not the best option for disability, I suppose. Like, if there was a fire and I needed to run down the stairs, I would probably just die of a head wound because I would fall down and the stairs are hard and yeah. So that would be fun. But aside from that, like for daily life, it's not that big of a deal because I just use the elevator constantly. So, big deal. But yeah, that's an apartment for students who wish to pay a lot of money in Copenhagen.